Dendreon is a pioneer in the research, development, and commercialization of cellular immunotherapies. Dendreon's lead drug, Provenge, was licensed by the FDA for the treatment of late-stage prostate cancer.
To date, the product has treated something like 40,000 men, and we have shown repeatedly the benefits of this immunotherapy. It extends lives, and it's still a very powerful treatment that urologists use to treat prostate cancer.
We have some patients come in from time to time, and their wives are in tears about, my husband was given X period of time to survive, and thank you for allowing me to have him longer.
Because every lot is personalized, catered and tailored to each patient, we need to set and standardize an overall process, but also tailor that to each individual patient. And our manufacturing process needs to be encompassing of all those different variations in patient material in the landscape.
And really successful production of Provenge is all around the ability to plan and have coordinated execution. Really need teamwork and collaboration across all the departments at the site, and even some departments that are located off-site, potentially in Seattle or our sister facility outside of Atlanta, Georgia.
And so the MasterControl EBR has allowed our operators to really focus on the process, which is most important, and secondarily on the documentation of that, which is much more automated. Issuing a record went from minutes to seconds. Review went from hours to minutes.
So when I joined Dendreon, it was a bit of a hodgepodge of an EQMS system. So we had MasterControl as our EBR, and we had 3 different systems that made up the rest of, between an LMS system and a DMS system, and then the kappas and non-conformances, EQMS.
Sharini and I started almost on the same day. We talked early on about updating our quality system. I mentioned that my last job where we implemented a QMS system, and it happened to be MasterControl. And she had just also done a MasterControl implementation in her last job. And so we just looked at each other and we were like, MasterControl? Yeah, MasterControl.
My goal was to uncomplicate things. And I look at my life as a risk-based, my professional career for sure, in a risk-based model of, choosing MasterControl is not a very risky decision. We have a population of folks here at Dendreon who only have known their work lives at Dendreon. And so they've never known what it looks like to have a total package for EQMS that does everything.
You hear comments like, this is much better, this is easier, those kinds of things. And I knew that would happen.
When I'm on the manufacturing floor and I have a deviation or event that I need to launch, I can do that straight from the same platform that I would for my batch management, rather than having going to a secondary or tertiary piece of software and launch that same record and tie those back together.
It allows us to share information, so I can see through the system up in Seattle something that's happened here in Seal Beach or our other facility in Union City in real time. And my folks therefore can then collaborate with manufacturing quality at both facilities and work together to close these either non-conformances or do a technical assessment or impact assessment.
Quality is important to Dendreon. It's really everyone's job. We're treating patients on an individual level, right? And so every product has a name, it has a birth date, they have a family, and so quality is of the utmost importance for us because we know that there's somebody on the other end of this that is going to get to go to the next graduation, the next birthday, the next holiday event with their families based on the treatments that we're being able to provide.